guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, going to go over a story titled, My Wife, a 32-year-old female, left me 2 years ago. Now she wants me back. We have a 9-year-old kid together. What should I do? And guys, this whole story is about a guy who's married to his wife for 9 years. They had a 9-year-old kid together. And there was definitely a lot of turmoil in their marriage brought on, no surprise, by her. And then one day, that's it. She wants to divorce and just took off, and both abandoning him and the child. Okay, and there's more details about that, which you'll see as I go. Then 2 years later, out of nowhere, guess who's back? Looking for a second chance. And you're going to see here, this guy, even though he knows darn well that she's a piece of garbage, and he says there's no way I'm getting back with her, there's still a part of him that's attached to her. And I'm doing this, guys, as an example to show you how some of these gals can treat men who they know darn well these men are so in love with them that they just walk all over them. Okay? And the crap they can pull and different tactics to try to get back into a guy's life and get a second chance. Because how many guys out there are watching this right now have been in relationships where things went south, the girl disappeared, you eventually moved on, and then she's back later on trying to sweet talk you to get back for whatever reason, right? And I'm sure many of you guys know the different tactics and tricks to get you back. And maybe some of you guys fell for it, if you're honest. But you're going to see here, 2 years later, she's begging for a second chance, back in the kid's life and all that. So I thought it was a good one to cover here. A lot of important lessons. I didn't reveal too much. I wanted to save it for you guys to find out as I go through the story. So it starts off, he says, my ex-wife and I were divorced 2 years ago. I always wanted peace in our relationship, but she always fought with me. I always had to calm things down with her during our fights since we had a boy who's now 9 years old. So she's a drama queen. Picks, fights, starts arguments, wants drama. How many times have I told you women love drama? There's some that like a little bit of drama, and there's other ones that just start drama anytime they can get it. I was the sole provider, and I made sure to take care of her and everything else relating to the family. We stayed married for 9 years. We fought and disagreed a lot, but I loved her so much to let her go or to separate. I make up for it every time for her by taking her on holidays, etc. So in other words, she starts a whole lot of drama and fights, but you try to keep it going by taking her on vacations and nice things like that. Appeasement. That never works, guys. During the last year of our marriage, my wife joined a school mentioning that she is so bored at home. I was okay with that until she made friends in that school and started making plans and hanging out with them. They had a negative influence on her as most of them were single or divorced. So she's hanging out with a bunch of single and divorced women that all still think they're just as hot as they were in their 20s and is rubbing off on her. What I tell you guys about your girlfriends or wives, you got to pay attention to who they hang out with. It's going to have an influence on her. She started acting cold with me. She changed her look, and every time I complained about the excess time spent with her friends, she was responding in rage, leaving me no option but to accept what she was doing. Wrong. Oh, no. I don't care if she throws a tantrum and has rage as you describe it. You don't just then let her do what she's doing, which is wrong towards you and the family and your son, just because you want to fight with her. Oh, no. Guys that allow women to do that, to walk all over them, are seen as weak. But this woman's always been a problem for the whole time. This guy would have been better off divorcing her, moving on, and just starting over instead of putting up with all this shit. But he obviously is a good guy and didn't quite know these things at the time. Do you think it's a healthy environment to have your kid observe all these things in turmoil? Hell no. He says, until one day I said enough is enough, and when we start arguing about her negligence, she started accusing me that I am not the one who changed. She mentioned that I was not talking to her so often, blah, blah, blah. She asked for a divorce. I felt the rejection. I tried to reconcile with her, but never wanted to beg her or anything like that. She insisted, and we divorced. Well, good for you for not begging and pleading and all that. That's the worst thing a guy can do. But when she wanted a divorce, quite frankly, you should have been jumping up and down and celebrating and doing cartwheels in your freaking kitchen, because this one was nothing but trouble. Only 1 month later, I knew she went abroad and left my boy with her mom. She had the custody. My son didn't deserve that, to be left alone, so I took a lawyer and gained back his full custody. She abandoned the kid. She just took off and left him with her mother, grandma, and abandoned him and took off. What does this say about her? Right? This is why I said he should have ended with her a long time ago. That type of crap screws kids up, thinking my mom doesn't love me, so she just abandoned me and left me for good. It's terrible. Thank God you got full custody. We stopped talking for a year and a half until she came back from abroad and wanted to see the child. Of course, I let her see him and spent all the school holiday with her. Oh, hell no. After she just abandoned the child for like a year and a half, and now all of a sudden she wants to come back and see the kid? No way. I'd say, That kid's full custody with me. When that child is 18 years old, you can come see me. I don't know how the family law works, but any lawyers there can point things out. But, oh, hell no. You don't get a second chance. That's going to mess with that kid's head, her coming in and out of his life. But she obviously has a history of messing with guys' heads. That was the first time I saw her since the divorce. Later that night, she sent me a text telling me, "Didn't you miss me?" I was like, what the fuck? She left me all this time and went far away abroad, and now she wants me back. I suffered a lot because I loved her, and I still do. Every time I was picturing her sleeping with someone else. She is so beautiful, and I felt so much pain when she left me, and especially when she went abroad. I told her right away there is no way we will get back together. Good, dude. You know what? Even though a lot of people want to slap you for saying you're still in love with her and all that, you're a human, okay? But she was a piece of garbage, and a lot of good guys have a habit of falling in love with these women that are garbage and take full advantage of them. And they just have that attachment, like they got to please them and all that other crap. But good for you by saying, there's no way. I got feelings, yeah, but there's no way I'm taking her back. Good, there's hope. I got back my son after the holidays so he can get ready to go to school. 1 week later, she called me saying that I am her only true love. Yeah, sure. What's happened in the last year and a half, 2 years? Probably she got run through by Chad and Tyrone overseas or wherever she was abroad, and now she's looking back for her meal ticket for her sure thing. That's usually how this works. She said that she tried to forget me by meeting other men, but couldn't move that far with them. Yeah, sure. She said that she never slept with anyone since she left me. Sure. She said she went abroad because she couldn't stand her family pressuring her being divorced. She went abroad to forget everything and start over. She went abroad only to make a living and stay independent. She told me, right now I'm back at the airport and I can cancel my flight for you if you take me back. This guy would be out of his damn mind to take her back. She would only start the same crap all over again. Fights, drama, treating him like crap. And again, even if he wanted her back, he should not do it because of that kid. Because she's messing with that kid's head. That kid probably has some serious separation issues with his mom just abandoning him. He'll probably be one of these kids that turns out to be a pleaser because his mom didn't love him the way she should have. This kid will probably try to find that in women when he gets older, and that neediness will get him treated like crap. No. Hell no. They always think they can get back without any kind of consequences. Oh, hell no. Said here, 2 months afterwards, she texted me again, back from being abroad, mentioning that she can't stop thinking about me, that she went to the hospital just before because she can't stop thinking about me. I replied back, sorry to hear that. I hope everything is all right with you. She mentioned that she will come back to our country in a few days and want to talk to me again. I'd say no. We're done. You're the one that ended the marriage, remember? You're the one that took off, abandoning me, abandoning our son. No. Move on. She got back again and started texting me mentioning that I am her only love. She even called me and started crying and so forth. Crocodile tears. They always work. At that time, I'd been seeing someone else, but nothing serious. To be honest, I felt for her tears. There's a part of me that still loves her and so much and wanted to tell her, yes, let's get back together. My relationship with my new girlfriend didn't work out. I was single, and one day I met her for the child's visit. I told her whether she is free to have lunch with me and the boy. She accepted. She is there in front of me again, all beautiful. I'm still hurt, but I love her. Of course she's showing up in front of you all beautiful and looking hot, and she knows exactly what buttons to push to try to get you back. Okay? Where was all this kind behavior, you're my true love, when you were married? That wasn't there. Okay? It was all fighting and drama and all that, even though you were trying to keep things calm for yourself and your son. He said, we started talking and laughing again. We even had sex later on. Smack. It's unbelievable. She knows exactly what to do. Exactly how to rope this guy back in. I mentioned to her clearly that I'm still hurt and have no intention that we marry now. I can't trust her now, and I need time to rebuild that trust. I told her that let's spend time together and see how it goes. Smack. No, no, no. No. It's going to be back exactly as it was. We kept seeing and sleeping with each other on occasion. I have had the best sex with her. She is still so hot, and I miss her. Deep inside, something keeps telling me to leave her, to avoid her. She would hurt me again, but I love her too much. And she knows this. See, guys, this is why I'm doing this story. Even this guy knows in his mind she's trouble, and probably the same thing will happen again, all the horrible shit she did to him. He still has that attachment, and she knows exactly what buttons to push to just keep telling him how she feels, she loves him, blah, 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 showing up hot, using her body. See? Learn from this story, guys. Learn from this guy's mistakes. I don't want this to happen to you guys that have been dumped and treated horribly, and the girl comes back and brings on all the charm to get you back. And again, what about the son? Today we were together. She went downstairs to bring something from the store. A notification showed up on her phone. I took her phone and it was unlocked. I went quickly to her social accounts to see if she was not hiding anything, and she is really honest with me. She mentioned that she never slept with someone while we were divorced, a statement that I never believed. To my surprise, I found out that she was dating one of the guys that were at her school, and we got divorced months later after she joined that school. So, miss, I never slept with any other guy while we were apart, and you're my true love. Guess what? She was having relations not only with dudes while they were divorced, which she lied, of course, but also some dude that she was at that school with before they even split up. Imagine that. I can't tell if she was seeing him before he divorced, but I found lots of flirting messages between the two. To even my bigger surprise, I found that she was married in secret to some guy while she was abroad. Oh, but she never slept with him, of course. She married some other dude, probably found some other sucker to take her in, that she can milk for everything it's worth, and obviously didn't work, so now she's going back to her safety net, this guy. Right? There you go. A liar, manipulative, all these other things. There you go. Thank God this guy saw her phone. She had a failed marriage with that guy that only lasted 3 months, and they divorced. The first time she talked to me about getting back, she had just married that guy. I was choked, but kept my composure when she came back. We were divorced anyways, and she didn't want to look I didn't want to look like I was spying on her phone. Some part in my mind says that she lied to me, sleeping with other men, because she doesn't want me to feel hurt. Also, she said she had the right to do whatever she wants because we were divorced. Well, yeah, they were divorced, okay, but the fact is she lied about it. She told this guy everything he wanted to hear and left out certain key things like her having relations with other dudes and getting married while they were apart, because she knew that would minimize her chances or reduce the chances of this guy taking her back. Also, she says, I love her still, even if I am double hurt right now. I want to forgive her, but she lied to me, saying that I'm her only true love. Smack. Dude, she doesn't love you. This isn't love, okay? You just are addicted to her for some reason. Addicted to her for some reason. I don't know what it is, but that's what's going on, in my opinion. She hid the fact that she got married and divorced, so I don't feel hurt and reject her proposal to come back. I thought we can fix things because I still have feelings for her and for the sake of our kid. Wrong. Don't get back with her, or prior to finding out that she was married and lied and all that. Don't think, I'm going to get back with her and make things great for the kid. She's going to do the same crap all over again. She seemed like she moved on before coming back to me, and now things didn't go well for her, and she wants to come back to me, her safety net. He said it, exactly. I feel that she got mature, that she regrets leaving me and my son. I love her so much, but how can I trust her again? Or being intimate again, knowing what she did. I'm not planning to take her back, even though I want to. Never thought one day I'll be asking Redditors to give me their views about something like this. I'm in love with her. I met lots of other women, but could never connect with any of them like her. I feel lost, furious, and hurt. Thanks for reading this. I really believe the community can help. What should I do? What should you do? Kick her ass to the curb. That's what you should do. She's back because you're the safety net, end of story. She went off, got to be free and independent and all that, and even got married, and that didn't work out. Big shocker there. And now she's back for you, and she knows exactly the right buttons to push to get you to give her a second chance. Don't do it, okay? And you said that you weren't able to connect to other women like her before. Well, you only were apart less than 2 years. This guy had to do some serious healing and getting his shit together before he even could connect to somebody else. He obviously wasn't over. It took years to get over an ex like that. They're married 9 years. But no, this guy would be out of his damn mind to get back with her. And on top of that, for the kid, because she abandoned the kid. What kind of horrible mother would do that? Okay? And guess what? He takes her back. The same bullshit will start all over again, and she'll probably take off again. So you got full custody of the kid. Move on. Out of your life. But it's just amazing to me. I mean, I don't know. Does she have the greatest ass in the world? Does she have the most amazing pair of tits that this guy just can't turn away? I don't know. I'd love to know these things, but I don't. So here are a few comments here from other dudes around the world that share my views. One guy says, you may love her, but she is using you. Sometimes we can't control her feelings. She is totally understandable. You still love her. She was your wife and the mother of your son. But she just wants you as a safety net. She is already a bad mother for ditching your child at her mother's. She has lied to you repeatedly and neglected to mention she got married after you divorced. Correct. You need to cut off all reminders of her and communicate only for your son. She could easily betray you again, and you deserve better. The sex might be awesome, but it's also stopping you from moving on. I'd recommend a little therapy to try to help you move on from her. I guess your life will be much happier once you're not so concerned for her. Correct. If therapy does it, then it's worth it. But he's out of his mind to have her back in his life. She'll do the same shit. You're her backup plan, nothing more. Safety net. Another guy says, and I quote, Jesus Christ, be a better father to your son! ! She abandoned your son. The one person in this world she was supposed to love unconditionally. And now you let her back in your son's life until she gets bored again and re-traumatizes both him and you. Be a better father. You're totally hurting your son instead of protecting him. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you protect him from the next time she abandons him? That's what I said. And last, the guy says, dude, she only came back because all those relationships with other men, including her new ex-husband, didn't work out. Not because she loves you. Words are cheap. Don't fall for them. She's manipulating you because she knows you still love her. Ding, ding, ding. If I were you, I wouldn't even let her know that I know about the other relationships. Don't introduce instability into your son's life. Just co-parent with her. Well, I wouldn't even have her in the kid's life, to be perfectly honest, the kind of bullshit she pulls. But there you go. I'm not the only one thinking this. So, guys, perfect example here in this story how they break up with you, disappear, and then later on, when obviously prospects have dwindled, then they're back looking for a second chance because their perception of you as a doormat, and you'll take them back. And I'll learn from this guy's story. Don't be this guy. And again, as I read this, all her tactics and tricks to get him back, all the I miss yous, I love you, telling him shit that she knows he wants to hear, that he's just dying to hear that she made a mistake, and oh, I miss you so much, and you're the true love. And of course, her showing up all hot and seducing him back to the bedroom and hooking up with him. She knew that worked as well. Don't let this guy's mistakes be ones that you guys will pull for you relationship guys. But it is entertaining to hear how these gals always come back. They always do. But just, I don't want guys out there to be suckers and do it. I hope this guy listened to people that posted these comments here and didn't make the same mistake. And if not for him, for the sake of his own son. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.